You remember, say, where this coronavirus hit the country, the government, through the Ministry of Finance, established what we call Quick Action Economic Response. We get a total of 6 pillars. One of the pillars, the social protection pillar, where World Bank and NaCSA, the co-chair. The social protection pillar, they deal with issues related to social issues that would affect people in the country as a result of the coronavirus. We will fumble and remember, say, way back, I talked on radio, several radios and TV, say the World Bank don't give $30 million to the government of Sierra Leone for support social safety nets. Social safety nets, now the money where NaCSA don't they give to extremely poor households for over the last 4 or 5 years in this country. Yeah. Now, this money where World Bank give, out of the $30 million, World Bank agreed with the government of Sierra Leone for put aside $4 million for response to emergencies. That is, NaCSA be ready for response to any manner of emergency with cash at hand, $4 million. So it could may the Lord forbid it could have been mudslide, it could have been flooding, fire accident, or whatever. As long as a rich national scale where the president would declare, say this is a national emergency, that's neither the trigger for Mako utilize the money. In the case of this emergency corona pandemic, His Excellency the President declare national crisis, health emergency. We make the World Bank trigger the $4 million for allow NaCSA for reach out to beneficiaries. But we're not going to just grab, we begin distribute $4 million out of 7 million people. Would I go give, would I don't go give? So there has to be a criteria. We get an established protocol we will follow. So now, together with Master Sabi people now other country them through the World Bank, we develop what we call a response plan, how for reach out to people Uda for target, Uda for benefit, Uda not for benefit. We get to other pillar them where they deal with agriculture, other pillar that where they deal with roads, other pillar that where they deal with businesses generally, for make sure say the impact of the corona no destabilize the nation. Fambule, we also remember say at some point where His Excellency declare 3 days, the first 3 days lockdown. The president knows say people in there when our compatriots say we brothers and sisters, where they survive on daily basis on handouts in the streets, particularly persons living with disability, that would disabled brothers and sisters, and we can kind of streets and big, we then give them they for feed themselves and their family them. When the president declare lockdown, if he say then people and then go starve. So he asked the Ministry of Finance for giving NaCSA $4 billion for utilize them through with social safety net programming for reach out to that category of people so that they don't go starve. We use that money there, we reach out to disabled people in all the district headquarter towns. First round, we able to reach out to about 3,600-700 people. But then came the second lockdown. We already get money at hand, 2,000 some hundred million, 2 billion some hundred leons at hand. So we don't wait for any further consultations other than some discussion around the package we will forgive people. We reach out to a total of around 10,000 beneficiaries during the second lockdown. But from all that time they do that first support to disabled people, the second support to disabled people, NaCSA and the World Bank and other members of the social protection pillar, we've been busy. They develop strategy how for utilize the World Bank money. So behind the scene, work has been going on. Just the last 2 weeks, now we don't finally agree on the strategy where it clearly defined the beneficiary categories of people. We say people in low income brackets, people where they in small salaries, people where they in small petty trade, where their businesses affected as a result of this coronavirus. You know, as a result of the inter-district lockdown, you will be to go beyond Waterloo, you go Shenge, you go another district, you go Kabbalah for buy cow, you know, you'll be to travel in far distant locations for buy business for cancel. Now with the inter-district lockdown, you don't able for travel. The small business where you get it done. So even your profits don't begin eating to them. Your business has been affected as a result of corona. So corona no affect you, it don't catch you, but you are affected indirectly because of the conditionalities put down for reduce the spread of corona in the country. Also, the other category of people in the hotels, the service industry, hotels, guest houses, and people along their lines and where as a result of the lockdown, flights they can Sierra Leone again, and as a result, hotels and then they get guests hotel owners, guest house owners, and people in the service industry generally not go able for sustain the high numbers of staff volume they wouldn't get. They don't lay them off. They want them and their families now the livelihood don't stop as a result of that. So this money they also targets them. Now what did we also do in terms of numbers? We agree say I understand say Freetown alone, Western Urban alone, when you consider traders, and there are over 40,000 traders in this country at Freetown. So the total money we'll get in hand are $4 million, and we hope for target a total of 29,000 beneficiaries. So because Freetown gets a very high concentration of the target beneficiaries, be it traders or hotel guest house workers, we decide to give Freetown 19,000 beneficiaries, a quota of 19,000. And because the money not enough for reach out to all the 16 districts, we decide for limit time to the regional headquarter towns of Port Loko, when are the regional headquarter town for Northwest, Makeni, regional headquarter town for the North, Bo for the South, and Kenema for the East. So the 10,000 we left, we decide for divide them between them for provincial headquarter towns. So you realize equally that Kenema get a quota of 2,500, Bo get a quota of 2,500, Port Loko 2,500, and Makeni 2,500.
So, Commissioner, how una don't implement them, and what are the challenges you wanna face, and how una the address them going forward?
We decide for identify the beneficiaries through established structures. For example, the Ministry of Tourism, and then they deal with hotels, and then they deal with guest houses, and then entertainment opportunities. So the Ministry of Tourism for develop a list of 10 categories from the various hotels. Ministry of Labor, and they deal with labor issues. People who they don't sack will not get access to any income now. The Ministry of Labor for identify them, put in a list, and stamp and sign the list and submit it to NaCSA. For traders, because city councils then cancel them, and then they deal with markets, and then they develop the list for traders. So this don't happen now. All the target locations the way I don't state. Now once the list signed and stamped by the authorities, they send them to we they work together with anti-corruption and other partners and with payment service provider when I Roque Commercial Bank. So NaCSA staff not they put cash na anybody in hand. Now, once we get the list, we get what we call proxy means test. Once you name them at the list where Freetown City Council, for example, don't submit to NaCSA, it not automatically qualify you say you're not beneficiary, you don't qualify. Because also, on top of the fact that you're not trader, we look at poverty conditionality inside this thing. Because all man are poor person as alone. We all get degrees of poverty. But some people in the way, they're extremely poor. Some people in the way, their business, if they do well, then profit for 1 week now 100,000. Imagine out of 100,000 you would survive, feed your family and everything. Some man the way in business on daily basis in profit na million. So you don't go compare somebody who in profit na million to somebody who in profit na 100,000 per week. So we get a question now we call light proxy means test. When a tool we put inside mobile phone, we train people how to use them. Then they administer that questionnaire on a case-by-case basis, and they go to the individual where you name them at the list where City Council give you, and your phone number, will they call you, we identify you, you tell who say you there, with the kind of your house, because we also need to observe your living condition, the kind of house where you there. So they administer the 10 questions and the questionnaire. As they done the 10th question, we then post them the result, they can straight at the phone. So the person with the questionnaire, where they administer the questions to you, not really determine whether you go qualify or not. Now you answer as the way they give, now go determine whether you're a beneficiary or not. So like they say in Freetown already, 330 something people then fail the test, they're not able to qualify, even though the name be at the list. So once you qualify, then they give you slip. The NaCSA staff will administer the questionnaire, or statistics Sierra Leone staff will administer the questionnaire. They give you slip. We get code. Then they take your photo, and they also do your fingerprint. Then you go with your slip to Bockarie Commercial Bank. Bockarie Commercial Bank take all your details, then give you slip themselves. When they give you slip, and that slip they use for gonna pay point. They get pay points either na bank, or they go get umbrellas on side and go tell you say go na social school or social marketplace. You go see the umbrella, then a pay point, then you go there, you receive your money, you go home.
Thank you very much, sir. So just briefly, the challenges you wanna face and how now the arrears stand going forward.
We get some challenges, it not go smoothly everywhere. Once a money business, people want money. All man want money at all times. We get challenges. For example, na Kenema, we get small challenge the way some people be they feel say na for them no more the money for they. We they against the protocol. We clearly define beneficiaries. I put a stop to that one day. I ensure say my staff then go. They work with traders union, and the traders union they identify the people the thing goes smoothly. I can say Kenema, the process was 100% successful. In Bo, quietly, we not hear too much skirmishes. In McKinney, Putloco, small, FF Chamot with the camp, but we also succeed for manage the situation. In Freetown, at the Kenema, last weekend, I heard complaints about irregularities around the identification of people. So like I did in Kenema, where I stopped the payment, I also left in Kenema, I stopped the payment in Freetown, until we get an opportunity for Sidom, consult with each other, identify the challenges, and find common solution to the way forward. As I speak to you now, we get a big meeting in my office in NaCSA, where we get the traders associations in Freetown. All the big trader, they boss them. They all did with me in NaCSA now. We get also people from NACSA. We get some representative from the World Bank. Anti-corruption should have been here, but they're not kind of it, and other representatives than they, together with a brainstorm on the challenges and all the problems. Even as they talk, understand some people criminally don't go, then they register people and they say they get forgive them money. Anybody will go register you, take money in your hand. If not to NaCSA staff, you go see NaCSA cap, you go see other things wey dey show say na NaCSA staff. Anybody wey dey go register you, do ya try for verify say na NaCSA, and NaCSA no dey work alone. We will get anti-corruption person with we. Do ya no give money to anybody. NaCSA no dey take money from anybody for this benefit. This benefit now for una. If you qualify, it is free.